Welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to be looking at this Boundless Voyage stove. It's a titanium backpacking lightweight stove they call it. It's a bit of an alternative to a firebox or a bush box. So this is the bag it comes in. And if I get out all the bits, we've got a fireproof mat you can put it on. You've got the base. In a nice sleeve you've got the stove, a grill, and 4 of these kind of pot rests. So this stove's a little bit different to the others in that it's got this base, it's got these air holes and things in it. And then you've got the stove itself, which is very similar to the bush box in the way that it concertinas out. So very simply does that. Then your feet go in the slots of the base, and on the edges here they will clip in, keeping it secure and holding the shape of the stove. You've then got these pot rests, which you can use as pot rests quite obviously, but you can also put them through these slots like so, and with the 2 of them in you could put a trangia or other spirit burner that fits inside there as well. So again, similar to a firebox or bush box. Here's the grill. This is 1mm titanium, whereas the rest of it I think is 0.8mm. That just slots on the top. Some holes in there to let the heat through, and you can grill meat and stuff on there, maybe do toast or something as well over the embers. Now I've brought a couple of other stoves with me as comparison. Here is the Bushbox LF. As you can see, it concertinas out in the same way, different style of hinge, but the fire grate and the ash pan are built in. That said, they do a fire tray themselves that you can put it on as extra protection, and then you've got the same kind of pot rests that can go through there for a burner as well, and your grill which can sit on top. This is for the XL version. So as this Boundless Voyage stove kind of, I don't know, imitates, shall we say, the bush boxes, I thought I'd show you a size comparison. It's pretty much identical to the XL, except obviously this is on a base, but the grate is about the same height as well. So it's just a different design really. The LF over here is obviously a bit smaller, and then you also have the firebox, which is more similar in size as well. The weight of the Boundless Voyage stove is 590 grams. Like I said, it's 0.8mm titanium with a 1mm grill. I'll put the measurements on the screen for that. Bushbox LF is 300 grams or 350 with the pouch, and the Bushbox XL, that's 490 grams, 540 with the pouch. All of these being the titanium models. The titanium firebox is 419 grams, I believe. And the prices, as of me looking just yesterday, were £80 for the Boundless Voyage, 129 for the Bushbox LF, and 171 for the Bushbox XL. So obviously cheaper, but these are European made, and this is a Chinese imitation, let's say. Highest form of flattery. Right, so this is the first burn-in for the stove for me, so I'm just going to use a fire lighter. Get that going. And I've just chopped some various sized pieces. These would be the size you would need for the LF bush box, and these obviously a lot bigger. Well, we're up and going pretty quickly with that fire lighter. Seems to be breathing pretty well. Attempt to put these on, which I should have already. Seems to go on pretty easily. Problem with some of these stoves is how well they actually slot together. Yeah, perfect. I didn't realise at first that it clips in down here, and that really helps hold that shape. Okay, so as usual I'll do a a test brew. More titanium with the Molly kettle. Now with the stove in use, I can use this massive feed hole, and you can fit quite big chunks in, or I can still get in the smaller ones too. Plenty of room. It seems to be breathing and airing completely fine. Enough of a gap there at the top. Them flames are just licking up around the kettle. This should be a pretty quick boil. I can already hear it. There's an extremely quick boil there, a lot of heat. Right, what I think I'm going to do is build up some coals in here and try out that grill plate and just do some bacon. Cooking over the flames doesn't do it any good. Right, this is raging, so I'm going to use my gloves to take off the pot rests. Yeah, I want to build up a few coals. I think it's time to put on the grill with gloved hand. There we go, slotting quite nice. Right, the flames have literally just died down, so I'm going to go on with the bacon. That's pretty hot actually, this is going to be a pretty quick cook. I'm not a biggest fan of using these grills on these wood stoves. You have to burn it for a while to get enough coals to cook on, and then you have quite a finite window of opportunity for actually cooking like that. It's much easier just to be feeding it and using a pan on them, but I haven't got a pan with me. So let's see how we go. Didn't stick too badly. The movement you're seeing on the grill is the grill it's actually sat on, my campfire grill. It would be much better on a flat surface. Well, definitely cooking. Coming along nicely here, coals are lasting. Oh, caught a little bit. It'll be fine. Yeah, I think we're about ready to take this off. Definitely. Crispy and nice. Everything's slightly cooled down now. The stove itself doesn't really appear to have warped. Folds together nicely. The base, which took the brunt of that heat, has definitely warped. It's kind of got a bit of a wave to it, but yeah, stove fits on it fine. It's not going to affect the use of it. And the grill, which is slightly thicker, ever so slightly warped, but they all do, to be honest, steel or titanium. Yeah, pot stand's fine as well. So yeah, it's just the base really, but shouldn't affect the use of it too much. We'll see over time. So that's a first look at the Boundless Voyage titanium wood stove. In all honesty, it's the best kind of cheaper alternative stove I've come across. It's the only titanium folding one kind of out of China as far as I'm aware, and it seems to have held up. We'll see how it does over time past this kind of first look. I'll also try the kind of fireproof mat, which I don't think is really that necessary because it's got this stand also. So at half the price of a similar sized bush box, obviously pretty good value. Ethically speaking, that's down to you. If you can't justify the price of one of these, going to a China model is something you can do. If you like to buy more sort of local, Europe, you've got this, and obviously the firebox is made in America. But yeah, on its own merits, it's held up well, it works well. but that is because it is a bit of an imitation of the bush box, I guess. So you'll be able to see me use this more on my other channel, Kent Survival. That's my main channel where I use the gear that I review here. This was just a first look for now, so we'll see how this holds up over time. But I'll put links to all of the stoves in this video down below, and I'll see you next time. Thanks very much. See you soon.